Okay, so I'd like to do Shia Labeouf a little service and help explain why his whole "He will not divide us" crashed and burned so horribly. Let's look at the sentence. He will not divide us. Okay, let's start by asking who's the subject of this sentence. He. That is a pronoun. What does he stand for? I believe that the he stands for Donald Trump. However, to think about Donald Trump as a single entity, sort of like a Godzilla that's destroying America, and then Shia LaBeouf and his supporters are going to stop this giant Donald Trump-like beast from dividing the United States. Obviously, it's not just him. When you say he will not divide us, you automatically are including anyone who supports him. They cannot be excluded from this sentence. He will not divide us means Donald Trump and all of his supporters. So, that begs the question of who is us? Well, us is clearly not inclusive of people who support Donald Trump. Us has to be a segment that is divided from the he. So in the core of this really poorly phrased sentence is divisiveness and division. You are telling anyone who supports Donald Trump, or even likes Donald Trump, or thought about voting for Donald Trump, or anything, that they are the group that must be prevented from dividing us. I mean, how stupid is that? It's just so dumb. And to hear them chanting, this "he will not divide us, he will not divide us," at the same time dividing out a whole segment of the population. It's just so dumb. Why? Come on, let's... And then they had to build a wall to keep people out. I mean, and this is so easy to troll. It's so easy to troll. Now, here is what the quote-unquote mantra should have been, all right? This is an active voice sentence. Let's turn it into the passive voice sentence, okay? So we don't have to point the finger at anybody. We will say this, right? We'll take the us and turn it into the beginning of it, right? So it'll say, we will not be divided. We will not be divided. Okay? Now, there's no actor. This is a passive voice. There's no actor that's, or group of people that's dividing everybody. It's just a statement that we, the American people, will not be divided by these divisive times with all these different, we're going to stand together as one people and do what's best, right? So this, the first one, the one that they went with, is a battle cry to the left to rise up and fight against Donald Trump and his supporters, which is the opposite of trying not to divide us. I don't know how this isn't widely talked about. Why can't people see that? It's just dumb. It's dumb. So I watched a little bits of those "He will not divide us," and I think that some people went at it with like a positive, trying to bring a positive vibe to it, and that's great. And I think we do need to come together as a country and try not to find what divides us, but find what brings us together. But the left and the right have to recognize, especially the left, man. Like, I grew up my whole life in a very liberal family. I consider myself a liberal, but they've just gone nuts. And they feel like they seem like these righteous crusaders that are just so sure that they're right, and that anyone who opposes them is not just an opposing side, but is evil. Anyone who opposes them is a Nazi. And it's just so easy to troll them. I don't know what to say other than went about it totally the wrong way, Shia Labeouf. I don't know, You should have invited, if a Trump supporter came to the He Will Not Divide Us, they should have been invited, hey, please take a turn on the camera, say what you got to say. And if someone comes in talking about how, this group of people are all bad and this group of people are all bad, then those people can be confronted logically and openly and made to see that their hateful views are wrong or in the least not welcome, or that they have a misperception about a whole group of people. They could be made to see how some people have judgments about their group as being this or that, and so wouldn't, just use a little do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and come calmly and rationally with the real moral high ground, which comes from an acceptance, a speaking your truth and listening to other people and trying to, valuing your fellow humans, and that is what would actually have a chance of trying to do anything. This, He Will Not Divide Us? Come on, that's like a war cry to divide us. How did they not anyway? Okay, I've rambled enough. At any rate, maybe they can revamp it again with We Will Not Be Divided, or maybe not. At any rate, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.